what's good? You look distracted, man. Everything okay?
Yeah, just got a few things going on off the court.
Yeah, I heard. Word gets around. Gotta put that stuff aside and be ready to play each night, though.
Yeah, I'll be ready.
Hey, even though we're about to teach you guys a lesson, I'm here if you need it, man.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. And we'll be the ones teaching the lesson tonight, so I hope you're ready.
In your dreams, freak.
The Rockets are looking to defeat their Western Conference rival. Going into this game, 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. Thunder trailing by 3. Payne kicks to Freak. Lets it go from 11. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Freak's got his first bucket in this one. Houston's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Outside, Lynn. Here's Harden on the wing. It's rebounded by Sparks.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
They set the pick to the paint. Here's McGarry. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And now a quick rundown of the leading free throw shooters at small forward this year. It's a pretty sure thing whenever one of them gets to the line. Kevin Durant, number 1.
And that means he can afford to be very aggressive as a slasher because of how proficient he is at the line.
And, you know, if I was coaching him, I'd tell him to stay greedy trying to get to that line. As a matter of fact, he would never be able to satisfy me with his free throw attempt. But I always push him to get more.
Ejuan Moore, he's checked in for James Harden. He doesn't get the second one. Rockets have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Passes it to Ariza. No good on the 3. Oklahoma City's got just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Waiters dishes to Freak. Hits it from three-point range. Freak's got 5 now. 1:02 left to play in the first quarter. And here is Lynn looking for his first basket still in this one. And the basket good.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
David Lee's checked in for the Thunder. Freak with it. Moore's there. Freak kicks to Payne. 5 to shoot. Pass to Lee. Unloads from 9. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Outside, Lynn. Here's Powell. The rebound by McGarry. The Thunder with the lead. Waiters passes to Sparks. Shot from 16. Again, the Thunder score.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
Lynn from long range. What a shot!
3 points at the buzzer.
Definitely an answer to...
And Jeremy Lin, a player, has come a long way in his time in this league, from going undrafted out of Harvard to where he is now. He says he remains very grateful.
I wasn't sure, if my career would ever pan out the way I was hoping for, or if I would be able to stay in the NBA. And so, for me...
Well, the game filled with some pretty big egos. There are also guys like that who are living the dream in their own very grateful way. Lynn has certainly seen the highs and the lows.
And Kevin, not everyone's a superstar and certain of their future. Sometimes you get to be a superstar for a brief moment in time. But this game has a way of humbling people, even those who started out humble, like Lynn.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
I tell you what, the scoring has come in threes for the most part here so far.
Every time down the floor, it seems they're knocking down the triple.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the Thunder. Sparks in a two-guard. Baca is out there with Jordan. Then it's McLemore, and it's Westbrook in at the point guard position.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and Clark, the dunk, caps it off.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there.
A nice shot by McDaniel. Here's Westbrook. We saw him with 10 points last game. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Here's Sparks. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Right, baby.
Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Oklahoma City, they've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And, of course, Houston, they're much further down the standings right now.
And, you know, for the Thunder, they've had just the kind of season you knew they were capable of. I mean, they've got all the talent in the world, but how about maximizing it to the fullest?
Well, there was never a question about the talent. I mean, they've got enough of that. It was just a matter if they could get the most out of it.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Durant's checked in. McDaniels kicks to Beverly. Tipped away. Westbrook with the steal by himself. And he dunks it down.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Freak kicks to Ibaka. Clock at 6. Here's Sparks outside for Durant. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
Kevin, let's take a look at what the Oklahoma Thunder did over the last month in the league rankings. First in field goal percentage. First in fewest turnovers a game. And they're #1 in opponent scoring. They don't allow teams to get into a rhythm offensively, and thus they're able to hold those points down.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league. And that tells you not only are they shooting it well, they're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another.
And the basket by Harden.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Checking out the stats for Beverly. How last month turned out for him. He's putting up 6 points a night, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
He certainly knows his role, and he gives you some good minutes. That's really all you can expect from him at this point. Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And it's Freak with the rebound. Under trailing by 5. And he lobs it up toward the rim. No good from Durant.
Oh, boy, that would have been a nice alley-oop.
Boy, really liked the thought on that play, but didn't quite get it executed. Almost made a spectacular play.
A nice shot by McDaniels.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Now here's Freak, guarded by Harden. Freak kicks to Jordan. And Durant, here we go. Looking to end the run. Got it, and the Houston leads will get down to 5 points. That time the bucket coming from Sparks.
It looks like he took that last 3 a little personal.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, Greg. You saw it in his eyes. I mean, heck, that was a payback shot right there. I don't think there's any doubt.
Westbrook running it up the court. Freak with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against Golden State.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder in their last game, a loss to Golden State.
Yeah, it's just hard to make up when you have an inability to make free throws consistently, and that's why they ended up losing.
Yes, sir. I think some doubt started to creep in when they kept missing those foul shots. You can see them starting to shy away from wanting to even go to the line.
Jordan the screen. Durant dishes to Freak. The basket good off the assist from Durant. And that's 15 points for Freak.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
OKC, make some noise for your Thunder Girls.
And we finished one half of basketball. Rockets lead by 7. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. The second half beginning in just a moment. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there.
Checked in for Ben McLemore. And a switch here also for Houston. KJ McDaniels, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. So on the floor for Houston. Everly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Moneyunas out there with McDaniels. And it's Capella in at the 5.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Another miss by Houston. Thunder trailing by 6. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Freak. And that's 13 points for Kevin Durant.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Harden the pass to McDaniels. Drills it from outside. And the Rockets lead by 7.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Shots filled by Ibaka.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
Moneyunas, that's a screen for Beverly. Inside. And so he owns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. For Houston, they have shot 3 of 6 at the foul line.
And as a team, they're down around 72% for the season.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Dion Waiters checked in for Ibaka. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. Houston with a big group substitution here. Powell, he's checked in for Capella. Ken Bazemore comes in for McDaniels. Morris checked in for James Harden. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Patrick Beverly. Kicks to Powell. Moore right side. Knocked away. For the Houston Rockets, they come into tonight following a loss to Dallas.
And no one expected them to win that game per se, but no excuse for the way that one ended up.
You know, it perhaps could serve as a rallying point for him, Greg. I mean, sometimes after a big loss like that, it can be a catalyst or a wake-up call for the locker room.
And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. And the Thunder with some changes. Mitch McGary comes in for Jordan. And Lee's subbed in for Durant. Here's Moneyunas. He's got 10. Here's Moore with nobody on him. He buries the jumper. And the Rockets lead by 5. The Thunder have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. And Waiters kicks to Freak. Inside, here's McGarry. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. McGarry's got his first points of the night.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. They've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Some good defense in the NBA, so let's check out the leaders. Number 1, the Thunder.
Great defenders both individually and collectively. I mean, you can tell they really love accepting that challenge. They can stifle you at that end of the floor.
And that one's good. Freak.
And you know what? He's got a new BFF. It's the triple.
And it has been his BFF today anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
Raiders against Land. 5 on the clock. Moore left side. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Moore's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, what a slick job of passing from Jeremy Lin on that one.
And Waiters kicks to Freak. And he uses the glass on the layup. Freak's got the game tied up here for the Thunder.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Screen by Lee. Here's Payne. Again, the Thunder score.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Here's Moore. And a miss there on the triple. Sparks. And no good trying to get that one. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a... And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well, you know, at this stage, you've got to defend your home floor, and they did that.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, as we've come to expect another...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant. He found his rhythm in the second half, and there was no stopping him then. And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this.
You brought a lot of money. But me, I'm catching tiny tummy. And you make me sleep. I try and try. And I start to be sensible. You know what I mean? And so it's time to get away. It's time to get away from you. And next time we'll talk it over. And we can start again.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Dallas Mavericks. Well, for the Mavericks, they've played well of late, winning 5 of their last 6 games. Tonight, an opportunity to continue that trend. Well, last season was pretty much a lost cause with all the injuries that the Thunder went through. When this team is healthy, however, Kenny, do you feel they should be a top contender in the West?
Oh, when they're healthy, they're one of the best. I mean, the Thunder, with their roster complete, when it's complete and they're healthy, they can contend with anyone. I think they're dominant when their core guys are there. If 1 or 2 guys are missing, they play such a vital role that it's difficult for them to sustain any kind of success.
And injuries will be a factor for this team, as it is with every team. But, you know, they've made it to the conference finals over and over and over again. So hopefully.
Let's take them back.
Yeah. We're here in Big D, Dallas, Texas, and outside a lovely look at downtown Dallas. Quiet to be sparkling. The Oklahoma City Thunder on the road as they take on their Western Conference rival in today's game. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. Look at the Mavericks. They've been picking up some steam, and if they can play this well all season, they'll be an excellent shooter.
You know, right now, Dallas, they've had a nice run here to start the season. Up there near the top of the standings and looking like they're comfortable.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Now Williams. He had 10 points in the win against Houston. Nowitzki kicks to Parsons. McGee has screen on Durant. Shot clock at 5. Parsons attacking. The shot from 20 feet away. And it's Freak with the rebound.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
You know, it always is, and it has been so far. They've gotten a nice edge on the glass. Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Nobody near Parsons. And that one comes up a bit short.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Westbrook passes to Sparks. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Freak's got himself on the board with 3 there. The Mavericks trailing. To the middle, here's McGee, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Ibaka with the screen on Williams. It's Westbrook with the drive.